All right, listeners, check it out. Check it out. We got the guys from Threatpoint live in the studio. Guys, how you doing tonight?
Great.
Awesome.
Great. Awesome, man. Good to be
Great, great, man. Why don't you guys take a second, introduce yourselves, and tell us what you do in the band.
here. Ron, I play bass. And Matt, I play the left-handed fiddle, guitar, whatever you want to call it.
Alex, guitar and backing vocals.
Chris, I try to sing.
CJ, I play drums.
Awesome, guys. So now, take a second and give us a little history on the band, man. When did it all start? You know, how'd you guys all get together?
We actually, Chris's old band and me and Alex and Matt's old band used to play a lot together. We used to do a lot of shows together, and you know, as time goes on, they folded, and then we had a mutual friend who actually hooked us up, and lo and behold, here we are, just working together, and we're an album in. We're actually working on a second album now, so
And a single.
Yeah.
Cool, guys. So now, how'd you guys decide on the name Threatpoint?
We used to have an old name, but it was more like a hard rock, and we were converting over from hard rock into forming this. I don't know what we are. We don't even have a genre. Don't put us in a box, but more metal. We're metal. That's what we are. But CJ, I threw some names at him. I don't know how did that. What did I give you? The first word or second?
Yeah, it was like he gave me the first word,
Threat.
and I'm like, yeah. I'm like, threat. That threat. That's good. And then I'm like, point. And just as time went on, it stuck. You know,
Yeah,
it's like shit.
it's
That's
really
the name.
cool because no one had it, and you know.
They're like that. They finish each other's sentences. Yeah, it's creepy sometimes.
Cool. So now, guys, tell us about the songwriting now. Is it a one-person effort? Is it a group effort? How do you guys do that?
It's for the most part a group effort. I mean, sometimes a song will start, Chris will have lyrics, and I'll be like, oh, I have a riff for that. He'll have like a melody and stuff, and I'll just come up with something kind of like off the cuff at practice. You know, sometimes I'll bring in guitar riffs. He brings in guitar riffs.
I play guitar.
Yeah, for those who don't know.
Yeah, mainly like guitar vocals that are started off with, and then we'll build off it from there. If I have a riff, he'll be like, oh, I have something, you know, that's kind of similar to that. You know, let's piece them together, and sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes a song comes out rather quick. Sometimes it takes a couple days. Yeah.
Sometimes it's
Tedious
shit.
hours.
Yeah.
And those are the things that you don't hear.
And once in a while, the drummer starts the song like Divide and Conquer. Nothing like a song with blast beats. That's coming
Right.
up from the next album.
Right out of the gates.
Yeah.
Awesome, guys. So now, how would you describe your sound to people?
Mixed.
Yeah, man. Like when I first came to a Threatpoint show, it was what was the second show that you guys played at the Rattler. I wasn't involved with the band, and I'm not one to like really. I told these guys I'm not one to like buy merch and shit like that from local bands unless I'm really into it. Because if I'm not gonna support it, if I'm not gonna listen to it, I just I don't mean to be a dick, but I'm not gonna buy a CD
Right.
that I won't listen to. And as soon as I saw these guys, I saw them with Ethereal Collapse. I actually went to see Ethereal with these guys, and I love the music, man. The first thing I said to my buddy was like, wow, man, when these guys sound, they don't really have a sound. Like, they got all kinds of different elements. The first thing that I noticed, there's all kinds of different things going on there. There's thrash, there's groove, there's, it's fast, it's slow. There's all kinds of different elements in this music. So, I mean, it's turning out to be, we're adding more elements into the new shit. But, I don't know. How do you even... There is no label, right? There's no label.
Groove metal.
Groove metal. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
People always say you can just groove to it. It's got everything, and we steal from all. No one is safe.
Steal.
Disclaimer.
Disclaimer.
Phil Ensemble said, "Steal from everybody, man."
Steal from everyone and mix the
there?
pot.
And mix the pot, and that's. I mean, we go back. Our influences are so diverse in this band.
Oh my gosh.
Holy shit.
I mean, I came here listening to Adele, so I mean, I listen to Lady Gaga, Adele, The Doors,
I like
Black
Michael-
Country Communion,
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bubble.
Michael Bublé.
Michael Bubby.
This drummers and
We're all over the
pop,
place. Yeah,
80s
I
pop.
like a lot of 80s pop. I was raised on that. I wasn't even raised on metal. But we saw Devil Driver a couple weeks ago. I've been listening to Devil Driver for like 2 weeks
cool,
straight.
cool.
So that's where I am right now.
Awesome, guys. So now, obviously you guys play a lot of live shows. What would you guys say are the best and the worst things about the live gigs?
Well, I mean, you know, just the people that come up to you and yeah, food. They would all they would say it's the food.
We have
for
that
me.
on video for the record.
Well, yeah, I like.
What's
to,
the best part of touring? Ron says food. Matt says gas stations.
Dude, you never know what you're gonna find.
Matt
in there.
loves the gas stations,
You
bro.
never know what you're gonna find in there.
It's fucking crazy. But I mean, I just think it's crazy what some of these people come up to you and say. Like I know this was just in the magazine today that came out where this girl came up to us and told us that we saved her life because of the music.
In Lynchburg,
She came up.
Virginia.
She was in Lynchburg, Virginia. She was singing the songs word for word. She already knew it. She was listening to it before we even got there. She didn't even own the CD yet. She was listening to it on like YouTube and
Spotify, I think,
whatever
or
it was.
something.
Yeah, Reverb or whatnot. And she was singing the lyrics to the song and said, you know, you saved my life. I was going to commit suicide, and listen to Never Say Die, and was inspired to, you know, come out to the show and everything.
Wow.
But it's that
That's
type of
heavy,
stuff.
man.
For me
Yeah.
personally, it's
You
that
never
type of
forget
stuff. You
that.
never know what these fans, what the people are going to say. They come up to you and tell you how awesome you are. Really, like, some nights you don't think you did hardly anything. Some nights, you know, we all feel like
Yeah,
we didn't perform to our best, but somebody comes up to you
happens.
like, oh my God, you were awesome. And you're like, oh shit, thanks, man. That's probably one of the best parts for me. I mean,
Sometimes I don't know, unpredictability. You know, you don't know how the sound guy is gonna go, or you know, dude, I drop
Sure you
sticks. You know, you could break a guitar string. Mics get cut out. I mean, you gotta roll with it, man. You can't stop and hang on, wait, dude.
People
are
moshing,
looking
people
at you.
moshing and slam dancing that land on the
That's
Matt's
awesome.
pedal board, smashes pedal
That
board.
was in
to pieces.
Baltimore.
I got
gotta be
punched in the
honest,
head.
That's probably one of the biggest things right there. What do you enjoy playing out is the people getting into
Yeah.
your music. When you see people moshing,
That's a heads
going
up for you
nuts.
listeners out there.
Yeah.
Mosh.
Yeah, it fucking it just adds a whole new level of energy to
Get
the
into
show,
it.
man. It's,
Just
you
get
know,
into it. Yeah.
Cool, cool. You know, and I always say the top two answers, guys, for the worst is the sound guy
Yep.
and the bathrooms.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's,
I could deal with the bathrooms. I'd rather not deal with the shitty promoters though. That shit all over you.
Right, right.
That's
yeah.
I could go shit in the back parking lot if I had to.
We're all men here.
it sucks for me because I gotta wait from Lynchburg, Virginia to Pennsylvania to take a shit because I'm one of them guys. I gotta fucking hold it in for 8 hours.
FYI.
Get hemorrhoids.
Oh God, that's awesome.
There's no bird's nest for me, man.
You'll learn.
you're gonna shit
Oh,
your pants
God.
one of these times.
Awesome. Guys, the first song I want to play tonight, Shades of Hate. What can you tell us about the tune?
Shades of Hate is just about being bitter, about carrying bitterness around you and animosity and hate because of things that have happened to you, people that have crossed your path. I mean, I wrote it in a very rough time of my life way back a few years ago, and actually it came into play in the band, the lyrics, and it's just, you know, don't drag it around. Basically, bitterness is like taking poison and hoping the other person dies. It just ain't gonna work. That's what it's about.
Cool. All right, listeners, check it out. This is Shades of Hate from Threatpoint. We will be right back. Shades of Hate! Shades of Hate! Shades of Hate! 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 Shades of Hate! 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 Shades of Hate! 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 Shades of Hate! All right, gang, we are back with the guys from Threatpoint. Guys, how's it going?
Yo, we're
Awesome.
still here.
Good.
Still breathing.
Awesome. We got a couple listener questions for you. First up is, how does it feel to be on the cover of 2 magazines?
Great.
Awesome.
We're on 20.
Yeah.
Important
We're very
and grateful.
grateful. We're
Very
very
grateful to Bolt
that
Magazines that did it. Thank you, Bolt.
anybody
Thank you,
who
Bolt.
gets behind us, thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks for helping us out.
Yeah,
Definitely.
it's hard.
It's a pleasure.
It
It's
is.
an honor.
Can't do it by ourselves.
No.
Cool. All right. And the second question is, in all the successes that you've had with the band, do you have any regrets?
Regrets, I guess from the beginning, I don't think we have regrets because bad times make you a stronger person. You know, they say what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. The only thing I can say I regret, honestly, is going in the studio in the middle of the summer while we're running our asses off, touring and practicing and playing and doing interviews. It's just too much. Working a full-time job, it's
It's just fun.
I'd rather be in the studio in the dead of winter.
And that's not so much as regrets, but like mistakes that we're going to be correcting.
Yeah,
learning
yeah,
experiences.
correct.
Learning
Yeah,
experiences.
you learn as
No.
you go. That's
No regrets.
no,
Cool.
definitely not.
All right, guys. So I'm going to ask each of you: when did you first start playing your instruments, and when did you know this is what you wanted to do?
Me personally, I started playing the bass when I was 12 years old. I got my first Fender Precision Squire bass when I was 12 for my birthday, and practiced my ass off all through my teenage years, and I just wanted to be in a metal band, and then I put it down for pretty much the majority of my 20s and haven't been in a band. This is the actual first band that I've been in and played live like this. So it's actually pretty cool, man. And so yeah, man. For me, it was like 20-some years, but hasn't been straight through.
Cool. Matt?
I don't actually play. I just hang out with these guys.
He plays the
Groovy,
backing tracks.
Right? Yeah, I just look cool on stage. No,
That's a prop.
that's a good question, man. I think I started playing around like 17, 16. Guitar for me just kind of it's an expression. You know, it's just like I'm not nearly as technical of a player as Alex is, or nearly as schooled as most of the guys. Like I'm self-taught. I don't really know anything about theory, to be honest with you. But it's more of an outlet for me. Just getting up there and just interacting with the crowd and just working on stuff and just creating from nothing. You have an instrument and you have nothing. You have an empty canvas, and just to be able to create something from near scratch is always such a rewarding feeling to me. So a lot of different aspects, but to make it as simple as possible.
Cool. Alex?
I started originally, I was about 9. I played for maybe 6 months to a year, and I gave up to play video games like an idiot. And then I picked it up again. I was about 12 or 13. I played roughly like 2 years, like here and there. Like I pick it up, once or twice a week, just kind of like goofing around. And then the one summer, I think I was a freshman in high school, maybe like 14 or 15. I started getting into like Pantera, and I'm like Shadows Fall in Flames, and I'm like, whoa, I need to practice more. And I started practicing more, and at the end of high school, I got into like the Shredder Virtuoso guys. Paul Gilbert, I got his Intense Rock Complete DVD, and I practiced like 6-7 hours a day, 5-6-7 hours a day, like all summer, every day.
But you went to
Since
Paul
then.
Gilbert's camp, didn't you?
I did that
Oh, wow.
in 2012. Yeah, I met him. There was a bunch of like Tony McAlpine, Guthrie Govan, a bunch of like bigger name guitar guys, and it was just clinics and concerts all week.
Oh, wow.
Definitely learned a lot from that too, and
Very cool.
just play every day, and because I love to do it.
Cool. Chris?
I started as a guitarist. I'm not even a singer. We're actually looking for a better singer. One of these days, we're gonna find one.
So all you singers out there.
Yeah.
I'm taking the drum grip
Matt's
on my
gonna
guitar.
sing, and I'm gonna go back to guitar. But I started when I was, late teens. Man, I grew up listening to music. My mother always had music spinning in the house, and me and my sister grew up with records playing. So the Doors, you name it, Hendrix, Alice Cooper. We grew up with that, and it just and then Iron Maiden, it came up, Iron Maiden. I was like, I gotta play like Murray and Smith. That was it, And then Dave Mustaine. I remember Wake Up Dead, and then it was on to Alex Testament. Watching MTV Headbangers Ball late at night, and then, and then Sepultura, and then but I'm always Testament, Megadeth, and I had man, when I saw his fingers flying, that's what I had to do. But Singing, I got thrown into this by my old bass player years ago. He said we couldn't find a singer. We were trying women and guys, and they all have their issues, whatnot, and they don't fit. And you want aggression. You have this vision, but it's not coming out. And he's like, "Oh, dude, you just sing." I said, "I can't sing," And here I am. And I went to a vocalist in Binghamton from the Tri-Cities Opera, and she helped me because when I first started, I kept blowing my voice out, and I was going hoarse, and I couldn't speak. But now, I got stamina. I've sang 12 hours, 13 hours in the studio recording.
Oh, wow.
And I'm not even. These guys can attest.
That's
to
a
it.
lot of practice from yelling at us.
Yeah, I gotta yell at these guys. Keeps me, warm. But that's my story.
Yeah.
Cool. How about you?
I
CJ?
started playing. I got into drums like late. I was a senior in high school, and I was already like working a part-time job and trying to finish up, get the hell out of school, And I just started. I actually started years ago on guitar, and it just wasn't panning out. I had just no interest in it, no playing. I could play drums for 12 hours and then go down at the table and just start air drumming again, But I didn't even really want a band or anything at first. I just wanted to play Metallica, Megadeth songs. That's really all I wanted to do. And as you meet people and as you get more into it and, more experience, it's like, well, let's have an original band. And, you just try to put your spin on things, So here I am, man. Still doing it. So,
Cool. Very cool.
no intention of stopping.
Awesome. So now, guys, who would you say are your personal musical influences? Ron.
Oh shit, dude. Like I always said, like the third. I've always been into metal. Like, I really didn't like. Before I listened to metal, I was just too young to even understand what the hell I was listening to. I've listened to metal ever since and the first 3 albums that I got were Iron Maiden, Power Slave, Anthrax, Among the Living, and Megadeth, Rust in Peace. So I started listening to shit out of those albums, and I couldn't stop. Like all 3 of them are like masterpieces, and all 3 of them were huge influences on why I played the bass, especially Steve Harris and Frankie Bello. And from that point out, man, it just expanded into all different subgenres of metal. I'm really into a lot of progressive stuff. I love progressive metal, and I always stuck with kind of like the clean vocal type of stuff. Now I'm getting into more of the scream stuff, so I don't know. I don't know. It just keeps.
Not by choice,
it's cool.
by force.
It's not like I'm ancient, man, but I'm getting up there, and it's shit is still coming at me, man, and I'm still, going into different areas. Yeah, like these new subgenres and stuff like that, and it's cool, man. It's really cool how it's evolving.
Cool.
Bands or artists, or bands are like players individually.
Yeah, players individually.
Good. All right.
Yeah.
That'll help narrow it down quite a bit. As far as players, I'm all over the map with music. I love jazz, I love fusion, I love classical, I love metal and stuff. But in terms of players, I love the jazz cats. I like Di Meola. Petrucci is one of my biggest. Steve Vai's my top. I like guys that take a more abstract approach to the instrument and do unconventional things. I'm the cog in the wheel in this band. That's exactly. That's just how I am. I'm wired differently. So anybody that basically kind of does a little bit of a more obscure type of approach to the instrument is.
Yngwie?
Yngwie, yeah. Yes.
I just seen Yngwie. He's freaking melted everybody's face off.
24 Marshall cabinets.
Yeah, no, it was like 15.
I know.
It was like 15 Marshall cabinets and 39 heads on stage.
Jesus. Unbelievable.
Gotta love that shit.
Alex.
I guess my dad, who's also a guitar player, he's actually is the reason why I started playing. There was just a guitar laying around the house, and one day I was like, ooh, what's this? And I just tried it out. Like I said before, I started young and then quit like an idiot. Just started backing up again, and he's been there, helped me out with figuring out songs, music theory, stuff like that. But as far as I guess like bigger players, like I said before, Paul Gilbert has been my favorite since like 2007, like right when I graduated high school. I got that DVD and I'm like, whoa, holy shit, I gotta do that. So I just hunkered down and practiced that pretty much daily. Still pretty much. Like I said before, Pantera, Dimebag Darrell is another one of my favorites. Testament, like Chris, I got into back in high school. Alex Skolnick, Eric Peterson, both kick-ass players.
Yeah.
Some of the newer guys like Shadows Fall, Trivium, I started getting to them in high school, and they started bringing back like the whole solo thing to the metal scene again.
Thank you,
and they
Jesus.
just bands like that just have just cool guitar stuff.
Cool. Chris?
Guitars, I think if I had to narrow it down to be Eric Peterson, man, he is the right hand. Him and Chuck Billy are testament, you know. And I remember when I was a kid, I was into Megadeth and Priest and Maiden and all this. When Testament came out, they were just like getting hit in the fucking head with a sledgehammer, man. Like everyone was high voiced and clean, and Chuck came out, you know, like a grizzly, like Godzilla, man. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And Eric Peterson, like Ron always says, I love dem chords. Dem chords.
Them fat chords.
Them fat
D-E-M.
chords. Peterson's just, man, he digs in with his right hand and it's just crushing, you know. To say like the Gathering album is just, if I had a gun to my head, it'd be the Testament's Gathering. It's probably my favorite CD of all time.
Cool.
You know? And then now Devil Driver's really, really influenced me a lot in the past several years. You know, being a singer, it's always been Chuck. At Sepultura, I was big into Max and you know their sound back in the early '90s. You know, getting into that, and then I kind of faded away from it. But then I came back to metal. These guys, I was in a hard rock band before this, you know, but that's not where I belonged. And I said, if I'm going to sing, I'm going to go to the roots, and I'm going to go to just whatever I feel best. That's where I am.
Cool. CJ?
Drum. I mean, I've worshipped Metallica, Megadeth.
Lars.
Definitely Lars.
I can't believe you said that on live radio.
I said it, man. Scott Travis and Judas Priest. Everybody, you know, I don't know. People always compliment me on my double bass work, you know, and that means a lot. And they're, God, you sound like this guy, that guy, whatever, man. Scott Travis, Judas Priest. If you ever listen to Painkiller album, that whole song, I owe everything to him because he's the man. I like Vinnie Paul, Pantera, hell yeah, Dave Lombardo. I've always been drawn to drummers who aren't really technical because I've never really had lessons or I don't have that kind of knowledge or schooling or, you know, so I just kind of like guys who just lay it down and look good doing it, man. You know?
CJ's naturally technical.
That's what they say. Everybody said, God, you got fast hands. I said, well, you can't see, but I got a lot of practice there.
LOL as
Zing.
they say.
Zing pow!
Wow.
What the fuck?
It's more.
All right, guys. So, when you're not touring, writing, rehearsing, doing stuff with the band, what do you enjoy doing? I think CJ just answered this.
Yep.
Yeah, he's exempt now. He's not allowed
So
to say anymore.
You got my number.
What do you guys do for a day off, man? What do you do? What do you like doing?
Day
man?
off. What's that?
What is that?
What is
Exactly.
that?
What the hell is that?
If you, I just want to, before you answer, if you follow what we do, we have a bus that we're converting right now, and literally, like pretty much every night, there's been something that we're doing to that bus. So that's what we're doing right now. But
Yeah, you know
we're
what?
not doing that.
I gotta be honest with you, man. Since I joined this band, I haven't had time for shit. No, I'm being honest. I mean, even like the family, if I'm not doing anything with the band or I'm not working it, it's spending time with my kids. You know, before the band, whatever, you know, I'm sure we all got things that we like to do. I mean, I'd love to go out and freaking hit a couple golf balls if I could, but that's not happening.
Yeah.
Retarded, you know, whatever. Yay! But yeah, man. With the band, we were so busy, man, with everything between studio and practice and
Coming
touring,
here for an
tour
interview.
bus. Yeah, no, just
Good answer.
just everything. I mean, writing, touring. This
They
whole
don't know what networking is.
this whole year, man, has been crazy. So, and everybody will attest to this in the band here. So
Cool.
Yeah.
Matt?
I have too many interests. I hate it, to be honest with you. So when I try to be consistent, I like to, like outside of the band, like I'm really into nutrition and health and stuff, and I love running.
I'm sitting here with a cigarette.
Yeah, we'll talk after the show. No, I like writing. You know, I don't know, just a lot of things outside here. You know, I'm involved in my church and stuff like that. I don't know, graphic design, photography. Just working on guitars, looking at guitar stuff, you know, spending time with my family and this and that. So that's pretty much, and work full time. That's not the fun thing, though.
Right, yeah, I hear that, man.
pretty much regular
Alex?
people shit.
Day off, I pretty much actually play guitar.
True.
A lot. Hanging out with family, friends, you know, going to the movies, you know, watching movies at the house, just chilling, you know, not very exciting, but I try to stay a little bit like chill on the days off.
Right. Cool, man. Cool. Chris?
Same thing. I live up in the sticks away from these guys, and I just like to hang out with my wife. You know, we go on a couple cruises here in the past, and it's nice to get away. You know, these guys were in the studio when I was down in Puerto Rico, so it's you know, I emailed them to see how it was going, but I mean, you know, I like to hang out with her, watch movies. You know, my daughters, you know, they keep us busy at the house, and it's just chilling out. My boys come down from New York and visit us, and I just try to relax, man. Listen to the crickets and listen to everything just stop. All the noise has got to stop at some point.
Yeah, you know, when you get to a certain age, man, and you got kids and family, there's no time for anything else, man. There's no me time.
I'll
You know
attest
that.
to that,
All right,
man.
well, you
Yeah.
know that. Yeah, kids, there's no me time, man.
What do you say, CJ?
You know, I don't know, man. I'm Scott with the band doing a lot, you know, but before the band, God, I was big into lifting and stuff. I used to love that, you know. But now summer's coming around. I'm definitely going to try to get to a couple amusement parks and just...
Curling milkshakes.
Yep, curling milkshakes, brother. Something to take the edge off,
Barbecue!
you know? But,
Curling and hurling.
yeah, just trying to, I don't know, barbecues and stuff like that. Summer's coming up, you know. Summer's here, actually. Amusement parks, stuff like that.
Amusement
I'm
parks.
We're all normal
Let's
here,
make
man.
those-
You know
Plans
what's
on
sad? On our fucking days off,
Amusement
we see
parks.
each other anyway. That's what's sad.
That is pretty sad.
It is sad.
There you go. I mean, it's...
Once in a while, Alex will go after a really rough week of shows and everything else. It's like, you motherfuckers, I don't want to see you hear from no one Sunday.
Yeah.
He's like, it's my day.
Yeah.
My day. Leave me alone.
See you on the day off? No!
Pop that ball on the DVD.
Yep.
Get to work.
Awesome. So now, guys, what would you say is your most epic moment so far?
Live, I mean, what...
Is that the
I'll
question?
tell you.
Live or what?
I'll tell you.
Whatever, man.
When we met I Kill Ya, they're a new band out of New York City. To this day, I've not played with a cooler band that was more down to earth, that gave a shit about us than that band in New York City, I Kill Ya. They brought us we played by accident when I'm down in Delaware, and they brought us up to a big show in New York City out in the Webster Hall, and the lead singer, called from Ireland back over here to get us on that show. So I want to say a
shit.
big thank you to I Kill Ya out there.
Wow.
That's
Yeah,
my
Wow.
moment.
To us,
Wow.
Absolutely.
That's really cool. Really cool, man.
Oh, geez, I don't know, live, man. It's always cool when people are moshing and moving to music that you're playing, you know? That never gets old. That, like, humbles you.
Yeah.
You know? And probably just like you guys were saying before, that girl in Lynchburg who...
Yeah, I think Lynchburg was pretty memorable, man.
Yeah,
I don't know why. I don't know why that
awesome.
sticks out for me. I mean, you guys were playing a lot earlier than I was.
West Virginia
but-
was crazy.
Yeah, West Virginia the
was a
following
race mix.
weekend was even killer, man. But Lynchburg, I think, it was kind of like the first time we were that far away, and just the energy they had. These kids were just out of
It was
control, man.
insane.
Literally, like running up the side of the stage.
It looked like the Wake
through
Up
the
Dead
band.
music video. They're
Wow.
climbing the
Yeah, like
fence.
exactly. They were like they'd run through the fucking band, dude, and jump off the front of the stage and be stage diving. They were just crazy, and it was such a memorable experience. And then the following week in West Virginia was almost
rocked the
equally,
Tiki Bar.
yeah, almost
Yeah. That
as equally
was-
as good.
that
So
It was a
great.
show in the middle of nowhere. There was like 3
Both
birthdays of... There was so many gorgeous women
The
there.
most friendliest people in the world. There was every race there, every age. I'm
CJ
talking
single
young
ladies.
to old. I mean, the waitresses,
The Polish
and
man.
men.
The food was
the food was
the brisket,
Brisket.
the brisket.
Hey, that's
Oh,
Ronnie's place.
barbecue
They don't-
brisket, bro. Oh my God, say that 10 times.
But how people came together down there was truly awesome.
Yeah. I mean, we had people down there, and I'll just kind of expand on that. I mean, there were people down there that came up to us after the show and said, "We don't even like metal music. We don't even. This is not even
There
a
was
thing."
old ladies in a mosh pit, dude. Yeah, old ladies. Like
And they were like, "This was."
They were
awesome,
great.
you guys. Yeah, it was just.
That's really cool, man.
it was cool. It was
Everywhere
Yeah.
else, step
It
up your
humbles
game.
you,
The
you
South
know?
is.
Like, it makes you... It's like, wow, maybe we're all right, you know?
Yeah, we kicked in, what did we open with? Beast?
Yeah.
And everyone just stood up and everyone started dancing. We're all like,
Yeah.
what the
there
hell
was
is
a mosh
this?
pit.
It
There
was
was people
cr- it was-
dancing. There was
yeah.
old people dancing off to the side. There was all kind of different dances going on. It was
Yeah,
pretty
the
crazy.
floor was-
It was
Everybody-
crazy too, man. Because I kept saying on the way down, this is where they shot that movie Wrong Turn. It is. Actually, I didn't know know there was an original Wrong Turn. I'm just familiar with the newer version. I didn't know there was one back in, like, I think it was like the 60s or some shit, and we were in the county that they shot the original
Yeah,
Wrong
you're
Turn.
just being facetious.
Yeah, I was just bullshitting, and then all of a sudden I found the one judge told us that it was the county that they shot the original Wrong Turn in, and I'm like, holy fuck. We walked away.
Find this out here.
Walked away with a homemade bottle of apple cinnamon moonshine.
Yeah. It was fucking off the charts, man. You couldn't make this up. Like,
Yeah, it was good shit.
It really happened.
That's awesome, man. Holy shit. So now, guys, let's take it the other way. Spinal Tap moments. Do you have any you want to share with us?
Spinal Tap moments?
Their hotel room.
Oh my god.
Dude,
Somebody tell him.
Ronnie,
dude,
you're the one who went through it.
This is the hotel in Virginia.
Yeah,
Let's
everybody.
do that.
Ron's
Being
got
in
the
a-
floor on this one.
Dude, being in a fucking Durango with 5 guys
And
who
Lizzie.
yeah.
And her poor
Oh my
ass.
god. Her fucking nostrils got to be burnt out. I don't know.
God bless her.
Dude, it's
God
because
bless her.
the smell of ass. All right, so anyway, when we get
Threatpoint, if you were talking about the smell of ass.
Yeah, no, because it's
can't not
fucking
talk
it's a
about
disgusting trip, man. It's a disgusting. Thank God we got a tour bus now, and we need to fucking put some good ventilation in this. bitch. But so we get down to the freaking hotel room, man, and the first thing Matt does is go in the bathroom and drops a fucking wash rag in the pisser that he just pissed all over, and then takes said wash rag and throws it in the fucking bathtub.
Dude, where was I gonna put it?
Like, look, I don't want to stand in a bathtub with your pissy fucking wash rag, dude. They're shitting all over the place. And
Yep, on the rungs of the.
I took a
Clog the
shower.
toilet.
Clog the
I didn't
toilet.
put
I'm too old for this
I
shit.
did that.
The drummer
Well, hang
flooded
on.
the shower.
I did. And I didn't have the curtain in the inside. I had it on the outside. And kid out, it's like fucking Lake Placid in there. So Matt, dude, you gotta go get me some towels. It's a lake in here.
And
then the drummer clogged the toilet
I
again.
clogged the
Had to get a plunger.
After Roddy was trying to get in there, and I forced him to go downstairs. This is what goes on the road. With
I
that,
was
man.
It's the
in
most
a different
hilarious
room,
shit.
thank God.
the punchline is we're a sober band.
And then wait, and what's that? You said they were up all night watching.
No, yeah. So
giggling
these
like
guys,
girls.
so these two, my two guitar players here, fucking Ren and Stimpy, are up until like, I don't know, 4 or 5 o'clock. I keep waking up like every 15 minutes. I'm looking over. They're still sitting in the fucking bed watching some cheap B-rated movie or some shit that we
Skeleton
were watching.
Man, check it out.
Skeleton Man, that was great. And fucking 6:30 rolls around first thing in the morning. Matt's standing by the bed. You guys want to go down to the buffet? I was
Dude,
like, that's
That's
like,
our
Matt,
thing, dude. That's
I
what
said,
we
Matt,
do.
as much as I love food, no, I don't want to go down to the buffet, dude. I want to fucking sleep after this night of hell that you put me through.
So after this whole thing, Ronnie comes down to me and my wife. You know, we were in a room and she says, he goes, I will never fucking room with them ever again. You and me, Chris, are rooming together. So the next trip we roomed. He goes, this is peaceful. When we went to bed, it was lights out,
Yeah,
quiet.
The two fucking old guys.
Old guys.
The two old guys are gonna sleep in one bedroom and fucking have peace and quiet and go to sleep.
And the shit
and,
their
and the
pants
three
will
shit
have
their
their
pants.
own
Oh, shit their pants.
And the 330 and unders over here who want to fucking be up all night and fucking be pillow fighting and shit like that. They can do whatever the fuck they want to do. That's fine, man. I don't need that first scoop of fucking eggs, Billy. I don't, man. They're gonna renew the eggs, bro. I said, Matt,
not gonna be as
they're
fresh.
gonna bring new fucking eggs out, bro. As much as you eat them, if you eat all of them, they're gonna bring an old mother fucking tray out. I'll just grab that one, bro.
We
I
went
had
to
the
bed
fir-
and Ronnie told him before we went to bed, he goes, if any of you motherfuckers knock on my door for the buffet in the morning, I will knock you the fuck out.
Dude, I will eat at about 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Right when the motherfuckers
6
close.
o'clock. CJ knows the drill, man.
Oh god, that's awesome! Holy shit, I'm in tears here,
Again, man,
guys.
you can't make this shit up. It really
Yeah, like I
happens.
say, we're a sober band too. You know.
Well, for the most part, we're not
Yeah.
completely fucking dry or whatever.
No, but I mean,
we have our
This
drinks.
ain't
and shit.
dry county.
No, we're,
Yeah,
we're not
One
great.
one beer and I'm gone anyway. So
Yeah.
One beer queer, we call him.
Holy shit! Oh god Almighty!
Needless to say, that fucking room was kind of trashed when we left, and that was the whole joke. Because I looked at everybody, I was like, "What the fuck, man? We're a sober band. We're not supposed to be trashing fucking hotel rooms and shit." Yeah. Anyway.
Oh, awesome, guys. All right, so the next song I want to play, Collapse, guys. What can you tell us about the tune?
That song came about in like 10 minutes, actually.
Oh,
That was
wow.
It really did.
Wow.
we were working on, I think, a cover song at my house. So it was just me, Ronnie, and CJ at the time, and we're thinking about. I think Chris had the idea to write a single and release it before the new album comes out. We're like,
With the
okay,
new bass player.
yeah. And so me and Ronnie just started tossing around ideas. We like 3 or 4 different riffs, like 10 minutes. We're like, we put them on the phone. We're like, okay, we'll bring it to practice tomorrow. We went up there, we pieced it together. He had lyrics, and we recorded it, I think, the next night.
Within like,
That's-
dude, that thing came. Like,
It was done in 24
from
hours.
writing.
Well-
Yeah, from writing to recording, literally 24 hours. That
And
was
it's
crazy.
probably my favorite song to play live.
Yeah.
Still,
Oh, yeah,
it's
that's
just
a fun one.
open with it. It's like a punch in the face
It's
right
a
from the
good
beginning.
current representation of where we're going,
500
and who we
BPM.
are.
Awesome. All right, listeners, check it out. This is Collapse from Threatpoint. We'll be right back.
Twist your arm behind your back. Stronger moves to snap the neck. Hell breaks loose in the fight of your life. Blood-covered streets, black-filled skies. Prophets try to be justified. War of angels, worlds
All right, gang, we're back with the guys from Threatpoint. Guys, how's it going?
Good.
Fucking
Talking about
awesome.
pizza.
Empty pizza boxes and
Yeah.
plungers, right?
Anytime, dude,
Time
that's
the
all,
next album.
that's the whole conversation. It's either food or music, one or the other.
Yeah.
If I'm involved, it's definitely
Oh,
about
it's
food at some
food,
point.
guaranteed. Yep.
Cool, guys. So now, since the creation of Threatpoint, would you guys say that your sound has evolved, or you guys as a band have evolved?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Faster, heavier, more brutal,
Yeah.
more technical,
More
definitely. More aggressive,
More members.
fast, more members, more problems, more issues, more struggles,
Just more.
More,
dot, dot,
more.
dot. Yeah,
more,
just,
more, and more.
Excess,
More
baby.
merch,
yeah.
more
Except
bills.
Except more money.
More,
We don't
yeah,
need more money.
more bills, no more money.
bills, yeah.
Yeah, I don't think we touched upon that. We got Ron back in I think October of
yeah.
last year, and we picked up Matt
Beginning
in
of this year.
January.
Hitchhiking.
January.
Yep, on the street.
We
Yep.
picked him up
Yeah.
off the side of the
They just
road.
offered me a ride and found out I play guitar, so I'm like, yeah, give it a shot.
Hey, are you
That's the thing, though, too. You know, as a band, you work more together and you get to know each other more, and you just you're gonna evolve. You know what I mean? And even with me, Chris, and Alex, before these guys got here, that's just kind of where it's going. Because you know, your first album, you meet up and you're kind of feeling each other out and what can we do? What musically, you're not quite dominantly sure where you want to go yet. You know, and now it's like we know where we want to go.
The first album was Child's Play. The second one.
I have like no regrets about that first album, but people love it, and God, it's such an honor, But I hear it back now, and I'm like, God, this stuff is so slow.
Yeah.
And come see us live because we're amped up, man. We don't.
Well, that's the thing too. Like when I bought the Threatpoint CD and listened to the shit out of it, it didn't leave my CD player for a while, and I would just listen to it, and then when I got involved with the band, heard the new stuff, and this was before me and Matt had come along. So even just the evolution of those three over there, their style of writing got more creative and better from the first album. So. I mean, I like to think that I came in and put a little bit of extra, little icing on the cake. But that's most of the riffs. Everything was already written, with the exception of one or two. What the hell did I write?
Ron wrote like two songs, Collapse, and Divide and Conquer, and did he write one more with us or no? He wrote all the bass lines.
We were working on another song,
You
but we
wrote all
scrapped
the
that
bass
shit.
lines though.
Yeah.
He wrote all his. We gave him the music, said take it home, and he went to town. He added his own spin on stuff. There's even a little bass interlude solo kind of thing on one of the new songs.
Well, what was fun was the fact that thanks to our singer here, I got a fretless bass now, and probably about 3/4 of the album is with the fretless bass.
Oh, cool.
And I just started playing it, so I mean, it's something that I'm trying to hone that skill because it's a whole different instrument, but it adds a whole new element to the songs, man.
Right.
That's not something you're going to hear on the first album, obviously. So
But you'll hear on The Gathering from Steve DiGiorgio.
Now, I had the guys from Beyond Fallen here last week, and I asked them the same question, and
they fucking rock.
Yeah.
they said, like it was like almost by default when you add new members, the sound's going to change.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, there's a whole different creative atmosphere that you didn't have before. There's different minds, different people. So can't wait to see what the third one's going to come out like, because then I'll finally be able to write all the songs with you guys, and Matt's going to be included in on that as well. So that's two new whole elements to the songwriting.
I mean, don't expect the next album to go fucking, like prog fucking European metal. I mean, we need to stay. We're going to stay close to our roots.
Unless me and Matt
Of
have
what we
our
are.
way.
Yeah.
That's when they formed their other band. They're just revving up to get rid of us. Fuck
Threatpoint goes Dream Theater.
Oh yeah. When is the? No, just.
Oh god. So now, guys, what advice would you guys have for bands just starting out, the young guys out there, or girls for that matter? What advice would you have for them?
We don't know. We need advice. We can't give advice.
Quit.
No, there's a good piece of advice. Expect the unexpected and be prepared for dedication. No, dedication beyond what you think is real dedication. Because when you think about being in a band, and I could attest to this right now because these guys have been doing it a lot longer in the band atmosphere, and it wasn't what I expected. You know, I expected to come in, I expected to go to practice once or twice a week, play some shows, and dude, the dedication is just out of, you know, and if you want to play, you got to be as dedicated to the band as you are to your instrument.
Yeah.
You know,
absolutely. We did a voting thing, no names to be mentioned, but a pro system, we'll say, came in, and they all the bands showcase, and they kind of give you pointers on what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong, what you need to do, and what you don't. And the one thing that's stuck in our fucking heads, and I see Jay contest to this, is if you're doing things right, it's gonna get harder. It doesn't get any easier, and dude, it's getting harder.
Yeah. I mean, as you get bigger, you know, there's more demand for you, you know. Like we're talking about maybe, you know, we're releasing the second album and stuff like that, and we want to slow down a little bit in the fall and stuff like that. You know, we've just been amped up for a year straight now. You know, we just constant shows. I mean, you've seen our schedule. We know
Right. Oh, yeah.
And we pride ourselves on that. We're a live band, you know, and that's the best way we can present ourselves to people. But you know, you just gotta balance it all. You know.
Every time you have a fucking weekend off, somebody calls you to fucking fill
Hey,
in.
could you fill in?
and we're the
And
ones.
that's who we are, man.
Are.
That's who
You
we
know?
are. You know.
But that's a good problem, though, right?
It is.
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is.
And you know, there's this local scene in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre area. There's some really cool bands around here,
Yeah.
and you know, there's times we've bailed people out, and they bailed us out,
Yep.
and you know, the hand scratches the back, and the back hand
Right,
scratches. You know,
right.
it just goes back and forth.
Right. You know, and that's I want to touch on a little bit there. Going back to the Meltdown.
Yeah.
That
was good
There
time.
was bands from outside of the area that couldn't believe the hospitality, the camaraderie, like from this area. I mean, from you guys, you know, all the bands here. They just couldn't believe.
Generally,
Yeah,
You know.
You don't get that in every city. I'll tell you
No,
that
you
right
don't.
Definitely
Not at all. Because
Yeah.
you know what? There was certain bands from that came up from the Philadelphia area, and when we've been down, I'm not going to say any particular venues or anything, but when we've been down in that area, it seemed very
Standoffish.
stale
Yeah.
as far as the environment. Right, standoffish. This band would be sitting over here by themselves. The other band was, you know, it's like, dude, they're not talking to each other. There's no, like you just said, camaraderie. Like, it's Cause of Affliction, Beyond Fallen, Without a Martyr. Like all these,
Prosody.
Prosody.
Prosody,
Fucking, the list is gonna go on. Every metal band that plays in this area, I think we all work together like as like brothers, like as if we're
Right.
in that
Absolutely,
band.
man.
Well,
We
when
help
you
each
guys
other. We're
did
all
Creepin' Death, man, that blew them away. They'd never seen anything like
That
that.
was awesome.
That was awesome,
That's
man.
fun.
Yeah, it was a good
it-
time.
You know, like members, what was it, four different bands?
Yeah,
Right.
it's like Cause of Affliction.
Me,
with
Ronnie.
guys.
Yeah, four bands.
They'd
So
never
it
seen
was-
anything like that, and they were blown away, man. And that you know, I say that speaks volumes, man, for
Yeah.
our area.
That's what helps the local scene. That's what keeps it alive when people stick together. When you separate, you're just killing what you love. What do you say, Bill?
Right? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah.
Can't do
Shit,
anything
and most of the
wrong.
people
Yeah.
that come out to these shows are freaking musicians themselves that play in the other bands.
Yeah.
You know, half the time it's the majority of the people that are out at the shows are musicians from other bands we play with.
Yep. Yep.
Cool. So now, guys, are you on a label? Are you looking for a label?
We're not on a label. Are we looking?
We've had a couple offers.
We've had offers, but I don't know if we're looking. I mean, what do you mean by looking? We're actually sending stuff
Actively
to labels?
Yeah.
No,
yeah, actively-
no, because you know what? We send it out and nobody gets back to you. You send out 100 emails, and I think you might get back 1%. And then we've sent some out. We've sent some out, but right now it's just playing out, building our local crowd, stretching out across the eastern seaboard. You know, from Maine to the Carolinas and out to the Midwest, and just doing it. I mean, you talk to these pro bands, and if you're waiting for that big handout, fucking dude, this ain't the 80s anymore. Music industry's changed.
Oh, hell
Money's
yeah.
dried up. There's bands that say they stayed in 5-star hotels and were on tour buses. Now they stay in dives and they sleep in a van.
Yep.
Right. Now, this is something I always talk with the bands about, the social media. Not that a band nowadays wouldn't want that major label record deal,
We would love it.
but with so much social media nowadays, you almost don't need it.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
No. Yes and no.
To an extent,
Yes
yeah.
and no. Because
I
a real label that's really going to put their put their backbone behind you can really push you into areas that you can't get into social media.
I don't think you can't get into them. I think what I'm learning is they just have connections that we don't have. You know, they can get to magazines to do reviews on your CD that we don't have the connection with.
They get you to countries.
They get you all those connections where your band or your product is exposed to people that we can't get into, even with social media, because social media, regardless of whether you have a website or a Facebook page, it's like having a store in the middle of a fucking desert. The people have to know that your store exists.
Yeah.
In order to come visit your store. Same thing with a Facebook page. Well, we have about 1,800 likes right now, so everybody go out and like the Facebook page right now.
Right now.
Yes, sir.
Right now.
Facebook. Let's get those numbers spinning.
No, but
buy a Shadows Fall ticket.
So there's millions and millions of metal fans in the United States and Europe right now that don't know that the Threatpoint Facebook page exists. That can, they have no idea, and that's where that helps. Because those labels could get you in front of. They read the magazines. They watch the shows. They
stores.
listen to the big radio shows and shit like that who do the interviews. Like that type of stuff that you can't get to do it yourself, man. It's very difficult, and it takes a long, long time to formulate those connections when they already have them. So I think that's the biggest thing about it,
Yeah, and it's free. Just to elaborate on what both Chris and Ron said. I mean, social media is awesome. It's basically free marketing, and I will say there still are some great labels. But what a lot of bands, artists, whoever is listening can take home from this, you have to realize that record deals are a lot different than they used to be, and you have to look at record deals not for the financial aspect, but the promotion, so that you can grow your financial aspect from another way. So that's my 3 cents.
Social media, actually, like YouTube, people are monetizing YouTube channels and making a shit ton of money off of YouTube. Things like that. I think Facebook just came out a store now. I was to explain that to you guys. I think you can put a store up on Facebook, and that's actually a pretty cool idea.
Going back to labels too and management, like back in the day, the 80s, I guess. The labels or management would just send the band all this money because they believe in you. Now it's reversed. They want the band to pay up front, and man, it's
Right,
tough.
Chris.
It's
I know
very
this
tough.
is a touchy subject with you, Chris. You want to elaborate a little bit, or your feelings like on the industry and
It's
promoters out there, and
I guess because I grew up in the 80s and Ron did, he can attest to what we're saying, and Billy, you too, we seen when everything was an excess. When labels were everywhere, when bands were, they had everything given to them, big buses, big tours, big production, and now how it's changed and where everything is a struggle. It's like pay to play, promote, bring the people. Can you bring people? Can you bring a busload? Can you make the flyers? We were even asked to put in the newspaper. I said, this is your venue.
And at the end of the day, we don't even get a free fucking soda.
Yeah, we did. Bringing 3 carloads out to New Jersey and not even a soda, nothing, not a beer, nothing,
water.
nothing. $4 for a water, like, dude, we brought people, we packed that place with the other bands, and then there's nothing in return. So, but I'm not saying but there's little people that are trying to help us and little street teams that we're trying to build up. We're trying to get this all going and everything. But that's where we're at now.
Right.
We want to, we want to have a label. We want to have somebody interested in us. We want somebody to back us. One label came across us and they wanted $6,000 up front. We don't have $6,000 to hand you.
That's nuts,
You
man.
believe in us, then prove it. And we'll prove it back. We'll do the work. Yeah. We'll do the groundwork because we're doing it already. But someone's got to believe in us too, because we're all working full-time jobs, struggling, scraping dimes together to make this happen.
And that's what it comes down to, man. Being realistic about it, because we talked about it. We talked about it watching that video at your dad's house, and the reality of what the industry is right now. I think realistically, what we would like to have happen would be to make enough money to where we would actually be able to leave our full-time jobs and do music full-time. Not to be a millionaire, but hey, you know what? Supplement a $40,000 a year income or a $50,000 a year income so that we can do this full-time. Because what happens if we get on the road and we only make $5,000 or $10,000 and I just quit my job making 30, 40, or 50? You know what I mean? That's crazy. So if anything, we're just looking for something Well, we're not actively looking, as you explained, but I think that's where our mentality is. We're not expecting millions of dollars, but hopefully at one point we can make a living doing music. At this point,
yes.
I think right now we're all in agreement that we just want the band to self-sustain.
Yeah.
And just kind of break even, not have to come out of our own pocket from the merch sales and stuff like that, pay for gas, pay for the tours, pay for studio.
Tolls.
Tolls.
Yeah,
Food.
It's just self-sustained so we don't have to come out of our pocket for that because it's...
Part of the reason why we got the bus, because
Hotel bills.
Yeah, of course. It's a lot up front, for the bus, but over time, we're eliminating the hotel bills and
We have a place to sit when you go sit.
Yeah,
15,
but there
20
won't be
hours.
any buffets, all right?
We'll park in the buffet parking lot.
We're gonna make our own now. I have a portable grill. So.
We will have
Hibachi.
a cooler and it will be stocked
with Red Bull.
Red Bull and lunch meats.
Protein
The
bars.
bus also enables you to go farther,
Right.
because,
We're looking at Tampa, Florida. We ran into some people that really want to see us.
California.
California.
Yeah.
We're actually talking about doing flight dates. We're talking to somebody right now about doing flight dates, putting together shows out there so we could fly out and do some shows and then fly home instead of dragging all the gear out there across country. Just go out and do some flight dates and actually go out and test the waters on the West Coast. I mean, we just want to go all over. We want to meet people everywhere, man. We're a fan band. We every fan we got, everybody on Facebook, those likes, they're not bot likes, we're meeting people every show, shaking hands, getting to know your face, and then some people return the second time around, or you get thank yous the next day. That's important. But long, when the day is over, the tour bus will give us a lot more.
We played in Virginia back in March. We're going back there in September, and I still talk to people actively.
Joe Little, you're listening right now, buddy. I know you are. You got it on Facebook.
And just some of the people that we met at those shows, some just are great people. Like, I still talk to them. You know?
We want to meet people that don't even know who we are, like you said, overseas, over in Europe, Russia, Poland, Germany, UK.
We just played. It was funny that we're talking about this because we just played with Agori and Relic Seed. Relic Seed's from Latvia in Europe,
10,000
and
miles
away.
Agori's from San Diego, California.
Yeah, man,
talking to Agori the other night, and they were talking about what did they say about they're literally on tour right now. Now they're an unsigned band, but they are touring the whole United States, and people have left their jobs for it and whatever they're doing. And the whole thing is, what did they say? They said the whole goal is to break even, self-sustain. That's exactly what they said. And then Relic Seed's coming all the way over from Latvia over by Russia,
right?
And they're doing the same thing. An unsigned band that's paying for their own tour. So I mean, there's bands like this, but again, going back to that, wow, the dedication that it takes to do something like that is just...
If you don't do it, it's not going to get done. You're going to sit home. That's the bottom line anymore. And if you believe in this and you want to keep your dreams alive, you got to keep, like he's saying, the dedication has got to go above dedication. You can't wait and sit at the corner waiting for someone to hand something to you, because it's not going to happen. You got to go out there. You got to prove yourself, do the proving grounds, play out. Social network, meet fans, shake hands. We pass out business cards at our jobs all the time, handing people business cards. You see someone, or they mention the word metal, or they look like you, to just hand out a business card. Spread it out, give it out. Just get the name out there. To all the listeners tonight that don't know us, hit us up on Facebook, private messages, whatever you want to do. Say hello, introduce yourself.
We'll get back to you.
Yeah, we love to answer. We love to answer messages.
Even the people who are listening that like our Facebook page right now, it'd be awesome to interact with you. So don't be shy to send us a private message, man. So it'd be awesome to talk to these guys and see how they feel, what they think, and it's awesome to get feedback. I think it's awesome to get feedback because they can tell you what they like, what they're listening to, what's cool, what they and we could kind of even take that. That's good positive feedback.
Right.
We don't get a lot of that. They like the page, and we get a lot of people talk to us about promoting shows and stuff like that, but a lot of these people who have liked our Facebook page, it would be cool if they just reached out to you, man, and just said, hey, this is what's going on, how you doing, and then you could just even have a conversation. That'd be cool to me,
like
man.
Bart over in Belgium? He buys merch from us, man. I mean, hey, Bart, what's up? We got Walter Olivetti out in Italy who spreads our name. We send him a bunch of CDs, We're trying to get out there, and those people, we don't forget you people. You know, like Bart and Walter, they reach us and they say hello once in a while. They punch in an emails, hey man, I'm still here. Here's a picture. Walter sends his family photos. You know, hey, what's going on? Send us some photos of Italy. What's it look like over there? We're dying to get over into your countries.
That's
you
a
know,
goal, man.
we want to be. It's not about being rich and not being about signing, but this is about doing what you love, man. It's just living the dream and going out, like Ronnie said, just replacing your full-time job with this as a full-time job.
Yeah, meet new people, reaching out to other people.
See the world, meet people, and play music.
And gas stations.
Touching on something you were talking about, Chris, the pay to play. I'm not even in a band, and the pay to play pisses me off, man. I hate that. And you hear all the excuses. Oh well, you know, we got to cover our costs too. We have to make a little bit of money. Yeah, are you kidding me? Really?
They leave it up to the bands now. They leave it up. So they'll put 10 bands on with a national act because they're not promoting it enough or they're not drawing enough, whatever, and it leaves it up to the bands. So you got to cover 40 tickets. They got to cover 40 or 50 tickets. And 10 bands each cover 50 tickets at $10. It's $500 times, you know, they're getting $5,000 right there. So if nobody comes to the door, the bands have already covered it.
Or, you know, those 5 bands, what if they have the same audience?
Right.
Who do you sell the tickets to?
Right.
You know?
I love it, though.
So much
You
money,
break
man.
your ass on those shows, and then you're cut 20 minutes, and you're treated like dirt on top of it. Some of these promoters, you go out there, they promise you this, promise you that, promise you this. You sell the tickets. You do your end of the bargain. You don't see the flyers. You don't see the treatment. You get in there, you're pushed to the side. You're pushed in the parking lot. You know, there's big bands that come through, and their management or the bands themselves will shove you aside. You know what I mean? They forget where they came from so easily, and that could burn someone's ass.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And you know, the thing is, we were just talking about this on the Facebook post that we had about these pay to play and shit like that. And somebody said, I forget who the hell it was that said it, but because we had so many posts on that one comment that if these guys aren't drawing enough people, why are they fucking headlining the show in the first place? You know, if these people really, if they don't have the draw, why are they headlining a tour? Why are they headlining a show? You need all these bands to cover your guarantee or whatever the hell.
It's an industry like anything else.
Yeah, I mean, come on, man. You know, maybe you should start touring with somebody who's a little bit has more draw than you, and maybe you could be the support act until you can, promote yourself enough to where you need it. It's, you know, but also somebody else pointed out, and I won't mention any names because we all know who we're talking about here, but also pointed out that, these people who come and do this, the bands that do it, if we stop doing it and the next band stop doing it, it doesn't matter because there's going to be 100 other fucking bands that are going to be willing to pay to play just to get on that show with these big bands. There's not going to be any difference. There's not going to be a revolution of bands who stop doing the pay to play. So, I mean, it's...
And on top of it all, you break your balls doing it, and the economy's bad, man. People don't have $10, $20 to give it. That's the reality.
Oh shit! It's gonna fucking kill me to sell.
Yeah.
If I have to eat these tickets for Shadows Fall, I'm gonna fucking I'm not gonna have gas for the next 2 weeks. But that's the reality. Of it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep, that is the reality of it. You know.
All right, guys. So now, the ultimate goal for the band, I think we touched on it a few times, is to make this your full-time job. Right.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be killer. Europe is a goal. That's a big goal.
France for me.
I mean, we all want to go to Europe. I mean, the metal scene, it never died in Europe.
Never.
Those people, even, we just talked to the band Relic Seed, you know, where we play for sometimes 30 people here, they're paying for 300 and 400 over there on regular bar nights. You know, like, it's a different element over there where pop culture and country rule United States. Metal's still alive and well and kicking. It never died over in Europe, you know. South America, hey.
Oh my
Brazil,
God, South America.
Australia. Beyond Fallen just played with some guys from Australia.
Yeah, that's right.
Australia's
Dark
you
Half.
know.
Yeah. Japan even.
Japan,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my goodness, that would be
There's
crazy.
countries.
You know, even the baby metal thing. Yeah, excluding the baby metal thing. You know, they got a decent scene over there.
Yeah.
You know?
What the hell's the baby?
Google
I don't
it.
even want to
YouTube
see
it.
I saw a picture of
It's
it.
embarrassing.
What the
Japan?
fuck?
Yeah,
Their culture
I
is
have
crazy, man.
It's embarrassing.
There's some- I guess we all have our thing.
it's embarrassing.
The shit
It
you
is.
see on the internet.
Anime, teenage girl anime, crossed with death metal.
Oh my god.
Sounds beautiful.
It's
Hey, but you know what? We can't sit and knock it. They're going on doing what they believe. In all
True,
honesty,
true.
here we knock them, but we can't really knock them because we're doing the same thing. We just do what we believe in, and baby metal's going on doing their thing. So to each their own. I don't give a damn if you're holding the country guitar or if you want to dance like Lady Gaga. Man, she rips. She's amazing. But I mean, to each their own, and you're all kind of doing the same thing. Whether you're an artist, a photographer, or a musician, you're in that artsy department. You're trying to get your product out there to the public.
Right.
I support everybody who's just trying to do it, man, on their own. You got a gimmick, great. You got to sound great. You got to look great, man. Good for you guys. Don't give up on your dreams. That's what I say.
Cool, guys. Cool. So now, upcoming shows. What do you guys got going on?
Actually, this weekend we're local, man. We're doing we're actually
Militia.
playing the new Penny, with the awesome Militia. Saturday, then we're doing a benefit actually at the V Spot Sunday for Gary Owens, who is a big fan of our band, and his family's trying to put something together, so we're honored to be a part of it. Other than that, we try to branch out. The next week we're in Philly and Binghamton.
Upstate New York.
Yeah.
Then we're going out to Ohio. A couple shows in
Ohio.
Ohio. And then we're going down to Virginia, back to Maryland. I just love getting out, man. I like traveling.
Well, hey, World's
Yeah.
a big place, man.
Well,
We love the people here. People who support us and stuff. But there's a lot of people out there, man. There's a lot of venues
Yeah.
to play.
The
And
big
we're
one
willing
is
to travel.
Binghamton on July 6th with
July
Shadows
6th.
Fall.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Hit us up for tickets, man. It's gonna be a good
There
time.
we go. Let's whore
Yep.
ourselves out, man.
No, do it, man. Do
It's gonna
it.
be a good time. That's
July,
why we're here,
July
man.
6th, Binghamton, New York, Shadows Fall.
We still
Hit us up
have
for
them. They're
tickets.
going.
Yep.
Cool, guys. Cool. So now, where can the listeners find Threatpoint?
Facebook.com, Threatpoint.
Website.
Website is threatpointofficial.com. Anything and everything you need. You want a press kit, you want a bio, you want gear, you want to know what we're doing, you want to know what we look like, what we sound like, a video, it's all. That website is kept update constantly. We've got a lot of time and a lot of money in that website. We promote that.
That's
You
an
know,
all-in-one.
I miss MySpace because of that.
Yeah.
MySpace was the musician's dream. One page had everything, your
Yep.
tour dates,
Yep.
But we push our own official, Threatpoint official. You want merch, you got it there,
You can buy our
We've shipped-
stuff.
We've shipped over
Amazon,
since- yeah.
iTunes, Spotify.
CD Baby,
Gallery of Sound.
YouTube, Gallery of Sound. We're actually in the process of mixing our second album right now.
That's a
Hoping
big
for
thing.
September release.
Oh, cool.
Second album coming up.
Cool.
Second
We're gonna have
album.
you guys back then.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
14
man.
tracks. 14 tracks that'll tear your face off.
Rip your
Awesome.
face right
It'll rip
off.
your face right
Hopefully.
off.
Yeah, it will.
Hopefully we rip your face off.
It absolutely
Hopefully we leave you skeleton-like.
Yeah.
No deaths, though. We don't want that. No.
No, that's yeah.
Disclaimer again.
Oh, guys. Song I want to play now, "The Beast Within." I gotta say, when I first heard this, and when I heard CJ come in with the double bass, holy fuck! I was like, "You fucking kidding me?" That blew me away. Chris, what can you tell us about this? What is "The Beast Within" all about, man?
I just got it. It's funny. I got a hit up on an email. Somebody wants us to explain a user-friendly request. I want us to explain the beast. The beast within is just that everybody hits that point in their life where they snap. The rubber band goes so far and you crack. And live, I always say live, man. Who wants to admit they're actually an asshole out there? Because we all could be a little bit of an asshole once in a while, and that's when the beast within comes out. You got to tame it, you got to control it, but everybody falls short. It's about not how many times you're knocked down, but it's how many times you get back up. You might blow it, but tell someone you're sorry. You might lose your cool, but there's always an apology down the road. But dude, everybody cracks.
Awesome. Check it out, gang. "The Beast Within" from Threatpoint. We'll be right back. All right, gang, we are back with the guys from Threatpoint. Guys, how's it going?
All right.
How's your stomachs? How's your
right.
stomachs? We were just
Great.
listening to baby metal.
Hey, man, whatever. To each their own.
It's catchy,
Catchy.
I gotta say it.
Yeah.
The riffs kicked ass. I just wish I was tripping acid while I
I've
was
got-
fucking listening to it.
I've got the chorus
You
in
know.
my head.
I don't usually knock bands or whatever. Yeah, like Chris says, to each their own.
I'll
Whatever.
tour with them.
Right?
Baby metal, if you want Threatpoint, we're coming. Call us.
Hit us up.
Demand it.
Yeah, there you go. So, guys, wow, man. What else we got going on? What you got?
New CD.
Shows, new CD. How's that coming along, man? How's the
Mixing.
record?
We are down in the mix zone now, finally.
Yep.
Thank God after a year.
Down in the mix zone.
Yeah, we started playing out like last year, and honest to God, man, probably about a month after we entered the studio, and here we are with the second one. And it's been it'll be a year. It'll be over a year that we've been working on this, and yeah, we're hoping for I'd say August, September release somewhere in there. 14 tracks, and we actually had a couple people down the studio who we let in, who have heard it, and they were like blown away, and that's an honor, But it's only gonna get bigger and better, man.
So I mean, we released "Collapse" as a single, but we're gonna put it on as a
Collapse
bonus.
will be added as a bonus.
It'll be
track.
a bonus track. So we've been playing that out live for quite a while
December,
now.
I
But
think.
we just started playing "Divide and Conquer," which is a new song that's going to be on the new album, and getting real positive feedback with that. We had somebody request it the other night actually to play it.
Really?
And
That's awesome.
Yeah, who the hell was it? Billy? I don't know. Anyway, we did have somebody request it.
A request is a request, man. Right?
Yeah.
That's
We did
awesome.
I forget who requested.
That's
but
awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they
They
heard
called
it
it by
at the show
name.
and
They
wanted-
knew it by name, and they seen us play it a couple of times now. So at least we're getting positive feedback. And now we're starting to actually get back into practice and some of this new material now and relearning it. 'cause
Relearning
it's- relearning your own shit.
Just learning
And
from me, not really.
We're doing Threatpoint covers.
yeah.
Yeah. I am. This is all new.
Let's learn this.
Are you collecting the royalties?
Yeah.
That's the important part. I'll be there with the checkbook, bro.
Yeah.
That's the only way we're gonna make money. Pay our fucking selves.
Yeah, we have a lawsuit with ourselves.
Cover our own songs.
Sue you if you pay that song, bitch.
Oh, guys, this has been awesome, man. You guys are awesome. You had me in fucking tears for a while. You know?
Hopefully, tears of joy, man. That's
Yeah.
Anytime you talk about shitting and stuff like that, it's funny.
Oh yeah.
Eddie,
Yeah.
The toilet humor.
Eddie Murphy
We're all
did a whole
grown men
Eddie
here.
Murphy did a whole skit about shit in Raw, man. And come on, when we talk about shit's funny, man. Shit's
I'm
funny.
Dude, I'm 43 years old, and fart jokes don't make me laugh.
Oh, yeah, it's
You never get too old, right?
Yeah.
It's not funny when you're sniffing that motherfucker.
Well, right, yeah.
Especially
Well,
when like I said, when you're five guys in a Durango going all the way down to Virginia or whatever,
And it's cold out, and you can't put the windows
busting
down.
ass all day.
I like to say thank you to everybody that guys support us right now. Like Billy U, Ion Magazine, the Indie Authority, the photographers, CLK Photography, Ken Jones Imagery,
Nicole
Cole
Brennan.
Brennan, all the people who are actually just been really coming out to shows, Eddie PA local
Fans, man.
photos, fans,
Jason Burnett.
the bars,
The
and
mayor
clubs,
of metal.
The mayor.
Metal,
the
man.
bars, the clubs that are around here that support the original metal. We
Yep.
want to thank all those people. Now we're actually getting people to thank. When we first came out, we had to push our name out there and get it, but now we actually have people that we like to say thank you to for everything you do. I'd like to say hey to Lizzie Steele, our manager, for everything she does to put up with our crap. I'd like to say hey out to my sister pushing us down in Texas, out in the Lone Star. If you're sweating your ass off, good, because we are too up here. Nothing's different in Texas.
Our
That's
family
up here.
that come out to the shows constantly.
Family, yeah, constantly pushing
absolutely,
tickets, supporting us. People that buy our tickets just to support us to get to those shows, spending on the money on the merch. Thank you. We try to provide you people with the best merch we can and afford, and we keep stretching the boundaries instead of just having the same old plain black and white stuff. We're really trying to give you a better product and just everything. The fans. It's all about the fans. It's not about us.
We share a lot of
The bands.
Beyond Fallen, Cause Affliction, Curse Star. They're not around anymore.
I Kill Ya.
I Kill Ya. Out in New York City.
Ruination up in New York.
Ruination, yeah, they're-
These bands that we go to mile with.
Slapjaw.
Slapjaw.
You know.
Wham.
Wham.
Prosody. There's a bunch of them, man. There's
There's
yeah,
a
There's
lot.
so many Silhouette Lies. You know, we
Say that one,
we
yeah.
definitely want to say
We have
thank you.
buddies
to
in Death Forge, the up and coming
Yeah.
Death Forge,
Yeah,
good
man.
guys, man.
Old Time Charlie's, the New Penny, Irish Wolf Peter down there,
The factory.
Vinny down at the
James
V Spot,
Callahan.
James Callahan.
Yeah.
Anybody
Diane's
who-
Deli.
Diane's
Diane's
Deli.
Anybody, man, who gives a shit about us. Thank
Anybody,
you so
yeah.
much.
And
If it
Michelle
wasn't
at Old
for
Time
them,
Charlie's.
It wasn't for you, Bill, having us here. Who cares? Nobody would care about us.
But, you know, and I always say, and if it
Don't-
wasn't
we
for
don't
you.
forget, man.
you
Thank
guys-
God you had us tonight. You know why, Billy? Because I'd be in the bus working on it again tonight. So tonight's my night off.
This is what you do on your days off, right?
In the thunderstorm too. And that we,
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is a day off for Threatpoint. This
Yeah.
is what a day off is.
Yeah, doing interviews.
I'm gonna go home and take a shit.
No, but then I always say, it's because of you guys, the bands, the fans, that I exist.
Yeah.
Or I'd just be a guy, I'd be fucking Rush Limbaugh here talking to myself, you
Goes
know?
hand in hand, man.
You know?
Scratch each other's backs.
Let's talk about politics, Billy.
You know, three things I don't talk politics. I don't talk politics. I don't talk religion, and I don't talk
about
sports.
the wife.
You see them? Did you see them damn chemtrails out there today? No, I'm a wacky conspiracy theorist, so you don't want to
That's
talk.
it. I'm
Please
always,
don't get 'em
somehow
started.
or another, I'm always on the wrong end of the conversation, man. So
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
I don't even touch them. You know.
Yeah,
Awesome,
man.
guys. I want to thank each of you, man. Honest to God, thank you, man. It's been a
Thanks for
blast
having us,
tonight.
man. Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for having
When the
us,
new
Billy.
CD comes out, I definitely want to get you guys back here. It'll
Absolutely.
be September. It'll be a little cooler. It won't be such of a sauna in
Thank
here.
God.
You know?
I'm cold.
That's all right. I need to burn some calories, man.
I'm cold anyway, so it's.
Guys, last song I want to play tonight, Pave the Way. What can you tell us about it?
It's an anthem of the band, man. We pretty much close like every show with it. You know, it always gets them moving. I mean, I'm proud of that first album, but if I had to pick one pile driver off of it, it's Pave the Way. Timeless. I feel.
We always say
Timeless.
Timeless.
Already.
As if it's been out since like 1963 with the fucking Beatles and shit.
Well, we always say to people, you tattoo yourselves because why? You do it for you. You pierce what you want because you want to do it. You know, you wear your hair or you dress a certain way because you want to do it. Don't fucking follow people. Don't get on the trends.
Life's too
Pave the
short for
fucking
that.
way.
Yeah, life's too short to follow somebody else, man.
Awesome. Guys, again, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Billy.
Hang out 1 second. Listeners, check it out. Pave the Way from Threatpoint. We'll be right back.